Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and this is a video that I've started, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and hopefully we get through it this time. I'm using the last of my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit for June, in the month of June. I'm actually going to keep the kit together and use it for what it was intended, which was to scrap pictures of the retreat where I actually got the supplies in the kit. It was the Secret Not Secret and Rediscover Your Stash Spring Retreat in Oak Harbor, Ohio. But I'm also doing it for something of a monochromatic, at least my version of monochromatic, layout for the Rediscover Your Stash Spending Freeze challenges. Christina issued a monochromatic challenge. And this is my team challenge for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party this weekend. So I'm going to rush through this, may not have it completely put together, but I'll put a finished copy. The main reason for that is I actually have to get ready for my live Getting Messy segment that comes on in an hour. So, started with this photo of Ava striking a pose and doing some dance moves on the driveway a few years back. And I pulled some papers that went. I am kind of going a little bit with, inspired by the Scrap Squad sample layout. I really like the idea of the recessed holes, so I punched holes as far in as my punch could go, and I punched another one down here. One of the requirements for my team challenge is a shaker. We had sequins before we had shaker, and I was going to put my sequins here. So now I actually have to put sequins someplace else and a shaker. So that's certainly doable. One of the other requirements was a stencil. So I have this stencil that I got from, it's a gift from the lovely Shannon Allor, who was my table mate at the Oak Harbor retreat in March. And I think I got these stamps at a different retreat in May in North Carolina at the Connectivity retreat. And this was a gift from my secret sister there. So I've kind of added those in. Some of those things were in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and some of them weren't. For the most part, the collection I'm using here is Paige Evans Horizon. Love this stencil. Kind of don't absolutely love how it came out. I used too chunky a texture paste. I use the Vicky Bouton texture paste, which is gorgeous through certain kinds of stencils, but I would probably use a finer textured texture paste like Bo Bunny sugar paste. But I don't mind how it came out. It's mostly going to be covered by my photo cluster, so I can actually read the word hello there. I'm not sure that's going to show. But I can see some of the other patterns there, and that's fine with me. So I've done my stamping, I've done stenciling, I'm going to do a shaker and some sequins, and look at me, I've done some stitching. I wanted to use stitching in a little bit different way. I started to maybe do some circles around, stitch a circle around these, and I decided I'd rather leave them the way they are, and I have some embellishment ideas for that. So what I've done here is I obviously glued these pieces together, and then I punched holes and did the stitching, so it looks like the stitching is holding the photo onto the mats. And I kind of liked that look. I'm not sure about you. The other thing I've done off camera, or actually it was on camera, but I didn't have the camera on, so it was on camera, but the camera wasn't on. I put this wonderful foam tape around. I completely surrounded and enclosed this area that has the piece of packaging. I cut a piece of packaging. In fact, I think it was the packaging that the stamps came in, and so I'll be storing the stamps a different way, I guess. And then I did enough to support it. I thought I wanted to support this here. I thought about maybe going around each circle here, and I may regret that I didn't, but I didn't know what I might want to slide under, or, I'm not sure how I want to embellish. So I'm willing to go with this and figure that's enough support. So what I have to do to fill this shaker is actually put the staples in, and I'm probably going to do that now. I'll have to put the staples in, or the sequins in, the staples, listen to me. And I had several sequin choices. I loved this mix called Jaded Hearts from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and it's a little bit, let me pull the photo up. It's a little bit greener than I want, and I thought I'd have trouble picking out the yellow and the pink sequins that are in there. So I decided against that mix. The other mix was this one that I got at Tuesday Morning a while back. It's called Mermaid, and it's the perfect color, but there's not any... It doesn't have any of the other colors that I have here. I'm trying to pick up on the more green colors. So I have this Martha Stewart mix that actually has some metallic, some solid color. Let me see if I can get a light down closer to that. Maybe you can see that better. So I think it has a better mix of colors, including the greens, that would kind of help balance, because the photo is going to kind of be opposite it. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some of those out. Now I don't have a huge gap. So if this were really a shaker like on a greeting card or something, I may want this 2 layers of foam tape here. But this is a layout. It's going to go in a page protector in an album, and it's not likely to get shaken per se. So what I'm going to do is pull the tape off, the backing off the tape, and I'm backing the this white cardstock with a really nice glittery cardstock. Let's see if you can see that. Let me get this light down a little bit farther. I apologize. From looking at my phone, I'm thinking that I really don't have much in the way of lights. So this is a sheet of white glitter cardstock that was in the Paige Evans Horizon project pad, and I thought it showed enough. I've kind of tested it under the holes that are cut out in the main cardstock. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm going to rather than pull all that off and have you watch me gluing that down, I think I'll just turn this over, and that kind of shows there. Now, I knew this was going to happen and that this would look a little greener than this blue that I have here, but that blue and those greens are in the photograph and in the embellishments that I'm going to use. So I have this iron-on applique that says wow, and I'm going to place it once I get my photo cluster anchored. And again, I'm kind of doing this in a hurry. I want to get that. I want enough of the stenciled glitter paste to show. I'm going to put the wow kind of under this sticking out there. And those sequins, again, are yet another form of teal or turquoise. So now I've chosen a few things. One is, well, first of all, there's this saying, it's, dance like no one is watching. And that's Ava to a T. She's always kind of marched to her own drummer, and she's just a unique personality. And I love to see this kind of spontaneous mugging for the camera that she used to do. So I kind of thought that would be cute there. I have in my, what I'm working from, here's that project pad, and I've got quite a few stickers here. I cut out this sticker from this book, and I'm planning to use it. I have this out. I may use other stickers. There's some pink cardstock. Thought about putting that behind the page, and I decided against it. And you may wonder what this sheet of orange Bo Bunny paper is doing here. It actually went under my white cardstock when I was stamping, so that when I stamped over the hole like I did on each of these places, this was my, you can kind of see where some of the ink came over here. I figured that wasn't a page I was going to use anytime soon, so, and I have another one like it. So let's go ahead. This is down, even though it's not glued down. I think it's safe to say that it's going to stay like that. So this is going to go there. I really don't want to take the, this is going to sit on a pop dot. It's going to go here. This is the idea that I have. That will go there, and I can kind of slide that under. I'll go there. And then what I've got for the top is a little charm that has a turquoise bow. And I'm trying to get the bow to behave like Heather Little is able to get hers to behave. So I'm going to kind of put that, maybe put it over to the side. Since this one will be dead center, this one will be kind of off to the right, that one will be off to the left. And I have this bottle cap. I had thought about maybe putting it here or here, but it kind of distracts from the white glitter paper that's underneath, and I like that. Now, one thing I might want to point out is on this this phrase strip, I actually typed that up on my printer, on my computer, and then printed on my printer. When I cut it out, I wanted a little bit of an edge, so I used my edging ink here, the Old Road ink. That's my favorite to go in. It's not black, it's not brown, it's not gray, but it's kind of a good mix of all of those. I just wanted it on the very edge, so I put it very close on, and you can kind of see it highlights it against the white here, but it doesn't really, it didn't distress it, didn't make it look old. So, and it's called Old Road, so it could have. Okay, so basically this is what the finished layout is going to look like. I'm going to have this under here. Let me go do the rest of that off camera. I'll put a finished copy of it out there, and I'll try to attribute and credit everyone. Paige Evans, Horizon. I may select any one of these. I think I have my eye on this blue heart, and in combination with this blue and green. So that'll probably show up on there somewhere, and I'm not quite sure where. So I'll let you check that out when I'm done. So Scrappy Kathy out for the process. Now, I thought I'd go through the layouts I've done with my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. Here's another one that has a shaker with sequins. It's about how my grandson got his hair dyed orange because orange is leukemia awareness color, and Ava, the adorable little girl in this picture, is fighting leukemia these days. So I used the Horizon Alphas to borrow from David Bowie for a Changes title, and a film strip. I'm running out of these film strips, so if anybody knows where I can get some more, that would be great. This one is one I think I did a video of. This was from a sketch, and I'm not sure. Let me see if it says. Yeah, it's a Secret Not Secret Redefined Creative Thursday Night sketch. And I used some Horizon as well as some whimsical pages here. This is Allie and Katie and their relatively new little sister Ava in our backyard out by our pool a few moons ago. This one is this is a sheet from the whimsical collection, and I backed it with Horizon. It's just an amazing looking layout. All you have to do is put a backing sheet and then kind of lift things up to display. And it kind of reminded me of the lace overlay on Ava's dress here and the goofy smile she's got there. So one of my very favorite pages, and I swear to you it took probably 10-15 minutes to do. This one was from a sketch as well. This was a sketch that was required for the Crafty Basket at Scraptastic Inspiration. So this has grown on me. I hated it when I first saw it because I did a little bit too much mixed media. I can see here in the original layout there's some distressed areas, but I overestimated the size that this would have to be. This is one of those where I'm supposed to represent the sketch as closely as possible rather than just be inspired by it. So I actually love how it turned out. It's a Father's Day outing, and Ava came with us, and unfortunately she got ill before we ordered lunch. So her dad took her home and put her to bed, but we stayed with Katie and Barrett and had a really nice meal, and I will do many pages with the photos that we took there. It was just a beautiful setting, and I hope we can go back when she feels better sometime. So those are the 4 layouts I've already done. This will be my 5th. It's not my greatest production from a kit, but as I said, I will be using the kit to scrap pages from the retreat. So thank you. Enjoy. See ya.